Hey guys, so first of all, can we talk about how you do your makeup in your bathroom and you're just like, yes, this looks great, and then you walk outside and you're like, like I felt like my foundation was like more full coverage, and then I walk outside and I don't know, I don't feel like it's as full coverage as I thought it was in the bathroom. So but anyways, today is October 1st, which means it is October Awareness Month. Alright guys, this is like the third time that I'm recording this, or maybe the fourth. Today is October 1st, so it's Down Syndrome Awareness Month. Goodness gracious, I don't know what's going on with my brain. Anyways, so yeah, I'm gonna blow up all of your social media with stuff about Down syndrome because it's one of my favorite times. And so I did my makeup, the yellow and the blue, for Down Syndrome Awareness Month. I said it correctly that time. How exciting. And so I wanted to make a video about, hang on. Okay, so I just put a bunch of kid toys together, stacked them all on top of each other to make this where I didn't have to hold the camera to record. So anyway, I wanted to make a video since it is Down Syndrome Awareness Month. I wanted to start making videos and whatnot, just anything revolving around Down syndrome. Gonna be honest, I'm completely winging this. Kitty cat, please keep your tail somewhere else. He's about to knock over my camera with his tail. Anyway, so I'm completely winging this. I just wanted to do it. I just knew I wanted to do it, but didn't have anything planned. And so today, because it's the most recent thing that happened, I thought I'd tell you guys a little story about Lilly. And because I just think it was so cute and it just made me so happy. But before I do that, because I want to brag about her a little bit, I want to preference it with a little back information about her, and mainly because I want to brag about her. So back when she was taking her school evaluations, we were going over the scores, and when we got to the emotional intelligence section of it, the therapist was absolutely amazed. She was like, she scored high. And like, a lot of times, unfortunately, when you talk to therapists or doctors and your kid with Down syndrome does something great, it's usually preferenced or ended with, wow, your kid did really great on that for someone with Down syndrome. Really loud truck. It's really annoying. It happens more than I would like it to. They can't just leave it at, wow, your kid did something great. End. Like, anyways. But she was amazing. She was like, she scored high. Not only did she score high, she scored way above average. Like, above average of her neurotypical peers. Not above average for someone with Down syndrome, which is also, you know, kind of goes along with that, how doctors and therapists sometimes talk to us. But yeah, so she scored above average of her neurotypical peers, which means this baby girl's got some emotional intelligence. Like, she knows. And so I just wanted to brag about that, but it also is a good preference for the story. So, trying to make this as short as possible. So not Lily. So we got chickens, and we got cats, and we got dogs, and we've had incidences where the cats and dogs have tried to kill the chickens and or possibly eat the chickens. With the cats though, I was able to stand in front of them and say, no, these are our chickens. You don't eat them, you protect them. And haven't had to have a talk with our cats ever since. They just, like, they got it. They stopped messing with the chickens, like, literally. They just, so don't ever think that cats are dumb. Cats are extremely smart. They are so smart. Our dogs, on the other hand, have not been that. They can't seem to get it through their heads that the chickens are not their toy or food. And so yesterday was the third attempt that they had at trying to eat the chickens. And it's a really long story, so don't even ask me how this all got started. I mean, you can ask me if you want me to. Or if you want to, it doesn't matter. Anyways, so the dogs are chasing the chicken, the rooster. No, he's not a chicken, he's a rooster. Chasing the rooster around, and I'm screaming at the top of my lungs, you know, telling them to stop, trying to give them all the verbal commands that I can think of to get them to stop trying to chase the chicken. Well, by the time I can finally catch up with them, they finally caught the chicken. They were trying to eat the chicken. So I had to wrestle the dogs to free the chicken. This all left me very emotional, angry, you know, like I had like all the feels, like it was just like a crazy thing. It just, and also left me very like physically exhausted because I literally was chasing 2 dogs and a rooster around in flip-flops in Alabama weather. So it obviously was hot because, you know, we can't have a nice cool fall. And so it just made me really upset, and I was having a hard time like coming down from like all my from my anger and from being upset, like just everything. But I had to feed Lily, and so like, you know, I was just keeping it to myself because I obviously didn't want to be angry or have emotions with Lily when Lily has caused nothing. And so we're just sitting there, and I'm like, oh yeah, you're doing a good job eating, Lily, and I'm feeding her all that good stuff. And she just stops and she looks at me and she was like, Mama, are you sad? And I was like, you know what? I was like, yeah, girl, I'm sad. I was like, I'm sad and I'm mad and a whole lot of emotions. And I explained to her, like, I'm having a hard time processing all of my emotions right now. I was like, and she started to look like she was getting upset, like she thought that I was upset with her. And I was like, no. I was like, Lily, I was like, this is what happened. I was like, the dogs were mean. And I was like, and they hurt the chicken. And I was like, and that made my mommy sad and made mommy mad. And she was like, oh, okay. She was like, you know, like she got it. She was like, oh, the puppies were mean. She literally repeated what I said. The puppies were mean to the chicken, and it made mommy sad and mad. And I was like, yeah. Got a few more bites, a few more drinks in, and she looks at me, and then she lays her hand on me, and she starts praying for me. And like she just keeps praying and praying and praying, and buddy, this girl does not stop praying. Like I ended up like lowering my head, holding her hand, and just like accepting this prayer, y'all, because like I needed it. Like I was not in a good mood. And that little girl like had like a 10-minute prayer session for me, and then she was like, amen. And I was just like, man, this is not the first time that she has just saw someone in distress and has started praying for them. And it just like warms my heart, because all the time I feel like I am doing such a bad job at being a mom. I think that's kind of like normal for moms, that we constantly are fighting this insecurity that we're doing a bad job. You know, I always feel like I don't do enough of showing her being an example of how to have a relationship with God. Because, you know, honestly, it's really hard to pray and read the Bible in front of your kids when they're 4 and 2. Like, it's really hard, because they're constantly, like, wanting you and all that, you know. You get it. If you have kids, you get it. And so, that just right there, like, sealed the deal. Like, even if I feel like I'm doing a bad part, or I'm not doing a good enough job, like, God has got this girl, and He has put something inside of her that lets her know when people are upset, and like when to pray for them, how to pray for them. Like, it is just absolute. I've heard her like talking, thinking she was talking, being loud, and have walked up to her door and realized that she is praying for people, that I heard, like, heard her talking to Jesus about praying for her papa when he was going through like a hard time at work. I've heard her pray for her brother, and then she'll like tell me that he's gonna be okay and not to worry. And then like a couple of days later, he'll get hurt really bad. And then I just have this peace because I know my baby girl has talked to Jesus and said God told her that, or Jesus told her that he's gonna be okay and for me not to worry. And so like, it just like, not only is she so emotionally intelligent, she's also spiritually intelligent, which is #1 goal here. And I just thought that was so amazing. And she inspires me and amazes me just all the time, and I just wanted to share that with you guys. So I hope you guys have a great day, and God bless.